The sky is still black and stormy, the thunder and lightning moving closer. Otherwise, all is dark. I close my eyes, no difference. Gravity is my only reference. It seems my tongue is swelling. Is that possible? From the salt, maybe. It feels clumsy and foreign in my mouth. I have never been this thirsty. I tilt my head back, try to catch some raindrops, and rewarded by a slosh of salt water down my throat. I cough and gag, sputtering. A crack of lightning. The night flashes in front of me, and I see it, or at least I think I do. Shark. I saw a fin. I'm almost positive it was moving my direction. What do I know about sharks? I know that panic attracts them, that flailing in the water is the wrong thing to do. But what about the next whirlpool? How can I keep from splashing if I have to swim? Should I let it suck me under? Hold my breath and try to ride this one out? But how deep is it? What if there are currents underwater that trap me somehow? Calm down and think. Sharks attack from below and behind. Sharks can smell blood. Is it possible I've stopped bleeding? Can blood clot in the presence of salt water? Would it be worse to die by shark attack or drowning? It would be best to live. I'll try to put it out of my head. Perhaps it was a wave. Perhaps I was hallucinating. It was not a wave. I was not hallucinating. I looked at the sky. It is black as a nightmare. Sharks don't usually attack humans. I'm pretty sure I remember that. They are sometimes curious, but usually decide that we're not what they're after. But sometimes sharks attack humans, but usually they don't. Discipline. Think about something else. Can sharks smell fear? Do I have any fear left in me? Have I lost my mind completely? I can feel myself being consumed. My body depleting stores of calories and fluids. The ocean swallows my sweat and blood, licks its lips. I am diminishing. I think of Fleur hiding out inside her baggy clothes, insecure and angry and confused. She seemed so insubstantial in my arms. Like if the lights had come on, I would have seen that she was not actually there at all. I had a lyric that went, heart like fire, soul like wood. Ashes scatter, smoke drifts away for good. Heart like fire and soul of kerosene. Won't burn forever, but it'll burn clean. I often dwelled on the idea of being at war with yourself, of having a passion in you that burns too hot to control, that is not life-giving as a hearth fire would be, but destructive as a wildfire. Whether it's a desire for love, for fame, for money, whatever your heart's desire, if you're not careful and stoke it with abandon, it may devour your soul and leave your bones brittle and black. Music was the fire that burned in my heart, and I stoked the flames. I built the fire to a size where it could consume the world, fed it my soul in ever-increasing quantities. But the world wasn't interested. With nowhere to go, the fire set upon me and burned me to the ground. I used to think about myself dying, wasting away from some chronic illness. Used to fret about it all the time, because it felt like something wasn't right inside me. It felt like my body should physically manifest some representation of my eternal dismay. Like there had to be some lump of cancer hiding out somewhere throwing wrenches into the works. Something I could cut out with a sharp enough knife. Something in there gnawing on the good parts of me so they can't quite settle in, leaving me on edge and unsatisfied. Perhaps it was my heart turning my soul to ash. I did know one guy who was actually being consumed from the inside. Had some rare form of cancer where his lungs basically ate away at themselves until they failed. He knew he was dying and somehow managed to keep on living. Staring down my own death now, I don't know how he did it. So if you're holding out for any great wisdom or climactic crescendo of meaning that comes when the scales of destiny teeter between love and death, you will be disappointed. I'm just as confused as I ever was. I do believe there's some wisdom to be gained from being near death, but you really need to soak in it for it to have any effect. Wisdom is overrated, though, at least wisdom with a capital W. Reading hoary maxims from dusty books can teach you in theory how to live a proper life, but you still need to do the living. You still need to decide in the moment whether to follow impulses and jealousies and insecurities and desires, or corral them all to let Ben Franklin's aged verbiage guide your path. Otherwise, you're just like a kid who crammed for a test, then promptly forgot all the material. For most of us, just getting by is enough of a challenge, and there is no energy for extra credit. It makes me wonder, is there anyone out there really paying attention? Anyone doing more than just the minimum to get by and then moving on to the next? For those seekers who fancy themselves on the honor roll of life, I'll add my 2 cents. Whether you forget it tomorrow or let it guide your life is up to you. I'm just glad it's not up to me.